Hello, students, and welcome to English class. I'm your English teacher, Mr. Oza, and it is time for us to work on classwork number 62. This chapter is called Soraya, and the novel that we are reading is The Kite Runner, written by the author Khaled Hosseini. And so Soraya is a new character that we will be meeting in our novel today, and there she is right here. And as you can see, Amir, our main character, and Soraya will get to know each other, and they become quite fond of each other very quickly. So some quick directions before we start this video. Look at the pictures in your Google Doc. You've already done that by now. Write one prediction, write one question. I will respond to those predictions and questions if I haven't done so already. Then you're going to watch a video, which you're doing right now, obviously. Thank you for doing that. Once this video is over, read the chapter. The PDF is linked there in your Google Classroom page and linked in your Google Doc. You're going to fill out the SMM, or the Says Means Matters chart, and then you're going to do a quick open response at the end of the document using one quote from the text. So here we go. Let's go over those pictures that you looked at in your Google Doc. So this is Soraya. This is another Afghan immigrant living in Northern California and in the same area that Amir and Baba live in the city of Fremont, California. And Amir meets Soraya working at basically this flea market. A flea market, if you haven't heard of that term before, it's basically a place where people come together to buy and sell, used goods. And so Amir and his father are there working at the flea market, and Soraya and her father are also there at the flea market. And so they meet and they kind of hit it off. Here's another picture of Soraya. She's basically showing interest in Amir. Amir is writing a novel, right? Amir is writing his own book, and Soraya shows some interest in that. She's like, oh, wow, that's cool. You write stories. Can I read one of your stories? And so that is kind of the beginning stages of their relationship. Later in the chapter, Baba has a doctor's appointment. He's been coughing a lot lately. You may have noticed that he's been smoking throughout the book and throughout the Kite Runner movie as well. And so he gets checked out by a doctor, and things are not going so well in Baba's lungs. Of course, remember, Baba is the father of Amir, here living in Northern California. After a long journey, a pretty interesting life, he has lung cancer, which is very sad to see. And he's offered chemotherapy, but he does not accept that offer, and he kind of just accepts the fact that he's not going to live for very long after being diagnosed with cancer. So it's happy and joyful at the beginning of the chapter when Amir and Soraya, they start their relationship, and like there's a very very kind of awkward flirty scene that you'll be reading, which is one of my favorite parts of the story. But it's definitely got a sad ending here with Baba getting diagnosed with lung cancer, and he doesn't have long to live after he is diagnosed. So that is how this chapter ends. So after this video is over, it's time for you to read about all of this stuff that we just talked about. Just click the link in your Google Doc. It's also right there in the assignment page in Google Classroom, and you can read this selection. It's about 4 pages. Then you're going to be filling out the SMM, or the Says Means Matters chart, which you are used to by now. Just a quick reminder, if I give you a quote, look at that quote, open up to that page, and write a quick description in your own words. Explain what's happening. If I give you a description and a page number, again, you read that page, figure out what's going on that page, and then you give me an exact quote of that comes from that page. And of course, don't forget to put in a citation. I show you right there how to do the citation, author's last name and the page number. Just make sure that you have the citation there after your quote. All right, and then as always, explain why it matters, why is it important, just why is it interesting to you. Finally, the open response, share your opinion. Don't overthink it. Like I always say, you just are sharing your own personal opinions on the topic or theme. Use a quote from the novel or elsewhere to support your answer. Like I always say, you have 4 quotes in your chart, so you can just look at one of those, match that up with your topic, and paste it right into your paragraph, okay? And I did put a little rubric to make it a little easier for you to write your open response so that you know how you'll be graded. Just take a look at the rubric right there in your Google Doc, follow the directions, and you're golden. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you for watching. Whether you're in Zoom class or you're doing this work on your own, just let me know if you need any help along the way. As always, let me know if you have any feedback so that I can help teach you guys better. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope that you have a great class.